lantanas. Oh my gosh, I love these so much.
I go crazy for them.
I put these in my garden every single year. These are annuals, so if you live here in Pennsylvania, you're going to have to replant them every year, but totally worth it.
Yes.
They, again, spread out like a carpet. You're going to get tons of flowers. Butterflies and bumblebees absolutely love these. These are great in a pot. They're great in a window box. They're great just in a mulch bed because they spread out everywhere. I mean, they're just... I can't think of one negative thing about lantana.
I know.
I love them.
I love them too. And the reason, I mean, all of those reasons, we brought them here, but we picked this Bloomify because it has more blooms.
I like that even better.
Yes, than any other lantana that you might have grown before. So the cool thing about them as well is, I mean, they come like this, and in no time, 3-4 weeks, I mean, the annuals just want to bloom their heads off. They want to give it their all.
It's because you get the whole shebang in one season.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're going to get this size.
Yes.
Real fast.
And some even bigger depending on where you live.
And these fun tropical colors. So they go from like hot pink to like purpley pink to orange to yellow. They're just so like sunset tropical.
Yes.
Love the color.
So you can line a walkway with these because that's what, you know, with annuals, where I like to put them, because every garden needs all the things, shrubs, trees, annuals, perennials, and I like to make a big impact with my annuals.
Yes.
So you line a walkway leading up to your front door or in containers on your back patio. These are going to make such a big splash, and you will be really impressed with how long they bloom. So when we talk about the season, for most of you, these will be blooming well into fall. And actually, they only get bigger and better, but they will not stop blooming. Some lantana are trying to, will seed. And they'll drop their seeds, which means that they're not going to bloom. These, just so you know, for you to know that these are trying to produce seeds, but they're actually what's called sterile. So instead of producing seeds, they produce flowers, which is why they bloom so much more than other lantanas that you might find at your, big box store.
Deer and rabbit resistant, drought tolerant. These are another plant that if you live in Southern California and it's getting really hot, these are going to do really well.
Yes.
They love the sun. So another great thing to add to the area where you're planting hibiscus and roses and lavender and things that like a lot of sun. And then these are going to be like your front row plant.
Yes.
Because they don't get super tall or super big. They're going to get this wonderful sort of mound of like a couple of feet?
Yeah, about 12 inches tall. So
Yeah,
they
12.
are like a smaller plant, but 24 inches wide.
Yeah.
And I see the Rose of Sharon tree behind me here. So these would be amazing planted in that understory.
Yes.
You pot that up in maybe a 16-inch container now, put these around, they become kind of a spiller. They'll grow low, but they'll really make a big impact.
Okay, seriously?
Oh, that looks amazing.
Orange roses, go get the pink one. I'm making Katie work. So you're getting pink and orange with your rose set. Okay, look at that. And again, you could take turns planting both of these in the bottom of that Rose of Sharon tree pot, which would look outstanding. So these can all go in pots. These can all go in the ground. It depends. Don't forget the price on the mini roses is going up in less than an hour, in about 45 minutes. So you want to make sure and get those. Oh my gosh. I love everything in this show.
Well, I love the lantana close-up picture that we're seeing now, because what we use in our house, we use these for sometimes, is Barbie bouquets. So little tiny bouquets, because the way the flowers grow, they're just these little mini bouquets, but they are loaded with these flowers, which our pollinators love.
Yeah.
We've got so many great pollinator plants in this show, and so if you are getting some of them, the lilac, the lavender, the cone flowers, the monarch essential plant that we just had, pick these up as well, because as those plants mature, 1, 2, 3 years, those are all perennials. These are an annual, and they'll fill in the holes as those plants mature, and you will love how they fill in those holes with just loaded with blooms, more than any other lantana out there.
So I saved a bumblebee last year. You want to hear the story real quick?
Yes.
So there's like a little hole in the screen of my family room window, and a bumblebee got in, and I didn't notice it, and it was like, I finally saw it when it was like legs kind of just moving like this, and it was like, it must have been like buzzing, trying to get out of the window, for like a whole day. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So I picked him up in a little tissue, and I took him outside, and I put him in the sun, and I picked some lantana and a couple of other pollinator things, and I put little drops of water on it, and I put them all around him like in a little circle, and pretty soon he's crawling on the flowers and drinking the nectar. And then he flew away. Like he perked up. Because, you know, I thought, oh, I did my good deed for the day. But you know what? I mean, he didn't, wasn't supposed to be in the house. But they really get a lot of energy and nourishment from these pollinator plants.
They really do. And I think it's when we saw that close-up, you can see that it's not just one flower. This is a dozen little flower clusters, the way that Lantana grows. And they're more of a ground cover. So if you're thinking under trees, they do love full sun. But if you're thinking those spots where you have mulch or weeds, plant these instead, because wouldn't you love to have these hot tropical colors?
These are so much prettier than any mulch and cheaper than any mulch that you can put in your garden.
And easier, because you're planting, you're getting this big impact with an annual. You are planting a smaller plant, so it's smaller hole, but it's going to grow for you 2-3 weeks.
From this to this year, this is what you're going to get this summer. Big mound of color. And again, they love the sun, but like you said, they don't have to be in super bright hot sun all the time.
But they can tolerate it. They're drought tolerant, so they're really, really hardy plants that can take a lot. And you know, just like, especially if you have them in containers, just water them. Make sure you water them.
But I mean, you guys, look at all the colors.
Yes.
Can you see, like, some of them are yellow, some of them are light pink, some of them are pinky orange. Some of them have all 4 colors in one little bouquet, one Barbie bouquet. Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful.
When Barbie marries Ken, she needs some really nice flowers.
Oh my gosh. And Skipper can wear like the little
flower crown.
Flower crown.
Yes, exactly.
Is that still her name, Skipper?
Yeah.
I think they've added a lot of Barbies since I was a little girl.
Yes.
But anyways, these are under $30 and you're getting a set of 3, 5 payments of $6, free shipping and handling. Use your average, normal Cottage Farms all-purpose fertilizer with these. They will do just great. Okay, so let's talk coneflower.